Hey, what's up, guys? Footy Manager TV here, and this is my fourth episode of my A-League journey in the first season with Western Sydney Wanderers. And here's the next result here. We're playing at home. As you know, this was the second match we used. Oh, we already started a new tactic in the last match. I'm not sure how much matches I showed. Maybe it was just one. I think it was just one, yeah. But yeah, like you can see here, our second match at home wasn't that great. As you can see, we had minimal chances on target, which is once again at home. That's not really a good performance. But yeah, it's gonna take at least a few games for this tactic to get fully, for the team to get fully fluid with it. So yeah, it's just gonna take about a month or so, and then we should be seeing good performances. But the only problem now is the team's morale. Look, most of the players are poor or very poor, or fairly poor. No really good ones. So that's gonna be trouble. Even if your tactic is good and your formation is good, if your players are not happy and stuff like that, it's really hard to get a win. And we're playing against Perth Glory, one of the strongest teams in the league. They got Shane Smeltz, best player or arguably the best striker in the league. Really solid team overall as well. Yeah, in midfield, very strong, and defensive. Their defenders are very strong as well. Very good goalkeeper. So yeah, it's going to be hard to break them down, especially playing away. I would be happy with a draw in this match. But yeah, it's going to be really tough. And as you know, we've got some really good. Our team overall is really good. Our defensive, we got really good defenders. Topo Stanley playing very well in defense. We got Kalina in. He signed for Sydney FC, not Western Sydney in real life. But he was a free agent in the game, so I thought I'd pick him up because he's a very good signing. And we actually did really need experienced midfielder that's more defensive. Obviously, we got Shinji Ono. He's more attacking, so we just needed that more experienced guy. As you can see, overall in our team, we don't really have any solid defensive midfielders. And Kalina was available, so we picked him up for actually pretty cheap. I thought he would expect more, but we got him for something like only 3K a week or something around that. And as you can see, we got a fantastic result, winning 2-0 away against one of the best teams in the league, like I mentioned. And really, the key player was Shinji Ono in this match. He assisted a goal, he scored. So really, our two foreign players in attacking midfield did well. Mateo Poljak as well, the Croatian 22-year-old. He can be a good player for the future as well, because most of the good foreign players that teams get in the A-League, they're mostly older. But Poljak, he's only 22, so he could be really a future player for us. But most of the time when they sign these foreign players, they just sign them to one-year contracts. So I'll look to renew his contract if he continues to perform well in the league. Because as you see, he assisted one of the goals. I think there was one own goal in there, as you can see. Ono was the only goal scorer in our team. So yeah, but overall, really good performance. Another good team talk at the end by me. And look at morale. If you check like just the screenshot before, they were all poor. And after just one good performance, it just turns it around. And I think this could lead into good performances in the future matches, and really lead us up the table. And as you can see, as you'll be able to see by the table, it's very close with only 10 teams in the league, so just a couple wins can make you in like the top 3. And also how the final series works, I'm pretty sure it's like the top 2. Yeah, if you're not sure, I think I'll discuss that at a later date when I get more closer to that, because I'm still very early in the season. But yeah, it's very good to come in the top 2, because then you have more chance of winning the grand final when you're on the top 2. Sort of, you get 2 chances. Like if you lose in the final, you get another chance against one of the lower teams that are in the finals that they win. So you play against them, so you get a second chance basically. And if you're not in the top 2, I'm pretty sure if you lose your first match, you're out. So yeah, I still got to wait, because I think that's pretty sure how it works. If the game gets it right, yeah, I just got to wait and see how it works in the game. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be the same as real life. And as you can see in the match stats right here, we restricted them to only 1 shot on target, which is fantastic really, because they've got key attacking players and it was their home match as well. And we really just restricted them to 1 shot on target, which, like I said, it's fantastic. This formation is very good defensively. So if I can just work on the defensive part first, and then slowly the goals will come, like in this match. If we can just restrict opponents to really no chance or just minimal chances in matches, this could be a good tactic. Firstly, you have to work on the defensive positioning first, or you'll concede a lot of goals if you don't work on that. yeah, then you got to work. You work on the attacking stuff later. You got to work on the defense to start getting clean sheets and stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, they signed Bruno Casarin, who you can see as their key player, who's the ex-Sydney FC striker. Obviously, he was available for a free transfer, so they picked him up. So now they've got quite a few good strikers in the team with him, along with Shane Smeltz as well. Also, they got Billy Mehmet as well, so they've got a lot of options right there. But yeah, Shinji Ono, he's really probably the best player in the league along with Del Piero, but he's probably a bit more fit than Del Piero is. I'm guessing like he's not, I think Del Piero, because obviously he's 37 or 38, I'm not quite too sure now. But yeah, Ono, he's probably the best player in the league. It just depends really what you think. Ono more of a midfielder, or they're sort of the same. Del Piero he can play attacking midfielder as well, so they're pretty similar. But Del Piero, he's good at basically every technical attribute, like with free kicks and all that stuff. And Ono, he's really just good with the passing and technique. But yeah, he creates a lot of chances with that, as you can see, with scoring and assisting for us, leading us to our win. And as you can see now in the league, like I said, the table is very congested, very close for most of the season. And the good thing about the A-League, and so I can get through seasons quick, there's only you play each team 3 times. So there's only like 27 matches in the season, then plus the finals. So yeah, you only play in the low 30 matches a season, like 31 or 32, depending how far you go in the final series or if you make it. And there's no domestic cups and no other competitions really, unless you get in the Asian Champions League. And a lot of those matches are in the off season. So yeah, it's a very good, and also what I like with that, your players never really have low fitness because you're only really playing 1 match a week, apart from a couple occasions when you get like around that Christmas time and stuff. And I think they have double, like in the game week you play 2 games in 1 week. So, but yeah, you're never really playing cup matches, so that's a good thing. And that helps with having you can only have a small squad as well, so that's understandable that they don't have cups. And look at the difference just from 1 match. The morale in this match in the lineup before last week, very different. All the players were poor or very poor, and now they're good or fairly good. So, and we've got a couple superb players that are not even in the team right now, with Labano Haliti and Taj Minikon, who are strikers, wide players, or Minikon's wide with his pace, and Haliti can play anywhere from defensive midfielder to centre mid to centre attacking mid to striker. So he's a key player, but they're both just not really fit. So I'm giving him some youth team matches to get them fit. And we've got a couple of other young guys in there. And Mark Bridge as well, another striker. So we've got a lot of options. And also another rule with this league, you can only have 4 on the bench, and one of them has to be a goalkeeper. So you can only have 3 outfield subs. Like there's only 4, and you can only have 3 outfield. So that makes it really tough. So I usually just go with a defender, a midfielder that can play in attacking midfielder, defensive as well, and then just either a striker, or it just really depends the balance of the team. And yeah, so that's a really tough thing with the league. Sometimes you got to maybe take a gamble and not put a defender on. But if you do that and the defender gets injured, you're in trouble. That's why I may look to sign a defensive midfielder that can play at centre back, to allow to put all 3 attacking players in the substitutes bench. Anyway, moving on to our next match, Melbourne Victory at home. Once again, another tough match. They're one of the best teams in the league, one of the best supported or most supporters, and really good finances. So they're always going to have money to buy good players. So yeah, it's going to be a tough match. They've already got a good team, obviously. So we're going to have to play our best. But I believe in my team. We've got really good confidence coming off this last match. So yeah, but it's a tough match. You just got to see what happens. Hopefully, we don't do too bad. But I really would like to get a result, especially at home. Yeah, you always want to get a result at home no matter what team you're playing against for your fans. And I really like to do the same or similar team talks every match. As you can see, the start of the match here, I always go with assertive and do the ones that are along the lines to enjoy the match and stuff like that. Usually on assertive, the last option is always the best. Gets good relaxed. It makes them relaxed, and really, on a rare occasion, one player may get, it says relaxed, maybe overly so. But yeah, that's very rare that I get that. It just depends really on the personality of the players. But yeah, overall, most players got a good result. So hopefully, that will result in us scoring some goals and winning this match. And again, scoring goals. 3 goals this match at home. Comparing to last match, we created more chance but conceded them more chances. But Melbourne Victory is a very attacking team. And also at home, we're expected to play that bit more attacking. As you can see, the key players there, Shinji Ono, he got 1 assist in the match. Wasn't at his usual best, but he was a solid player for us in this match. Assisted a goal, obviously. And Ivan Franjic, their key player. They signed him from Brisbane, or Brisbane released him from his contract. Like I mentioned earlier, how you can only have 20 over 21 players, and they obviously signed someone and had to release him. Probably one of the best attacking fullbacks at least in the A-League. Very good player. Also, Archie Thompson, man of the match, or player of the match. He scored and assisted, but even with that, we still won the match. I can't really remember who was the key players for us, but as you can see, with 2 wins, look at the difference. We leapfrogged from out of the top 6, which obviously you got to be in the top 6 for the finals, which I don't think is right. I think it should be maybe top 5 at least, like half, because if you come 6th, that's like the bottom half of the table, and you're still making it, and you have the chance to win the final. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. But anyway, yeah, look at that. We went from 8th to 4th, to basically just from 2 wins. See, just a couple good results can really put you in the top half of the table, which is really, it's not really that much different because it's like just 10 teams. So yeah, but like I said, very good result. And this match we scored, but we still conceded. But at home, like I said, you expected to attack more, and really was happy with the 3 goals. But as you know, with Football Manager, something bad always has to happen. And the guy, like I mentioned before, Mateo Poljak, Croatian imports, he's injured from 2 to 3 months. So that's really, like I said, the league is pretty short. So he's going to basically miss almost all of the season. So he may be back just for the final series. I'm not quite too sure. Depends how quickly, if that is 2 months or 3 months. If it's just 2 months, he might be back for the final series. So yeah, but it might take him time. It might need some youth squad matches. As you know, if you don't know, there's no reserve squad. There's just the youth squad. But anyone can play in it. It doesn't matter how old they are. So yeah, it's not only restricted to under 18 players. So that's a positive, I guess, that they're allowed to come back through that. But yeah, like I said, he's still pretty young, 23. So hopefully. But he wasn't doing too good. He was just doing okay. But hopefully after a while at the team, he can start speaking English fluently, and then he'll just gel more with the team and just suit our play well. So yeah, that's something I may look to sign. Maybe sign like Brazilian imports and like 2 attacking Brazilian guys, because at the moment we have Ono and Poljak, 1 Japanese guy and 1 Croatian guy playing in as our 2 playmakers really. So maybe I might look into that. It's like sign players that can Brazilian speaking or Portuguese. So yeah, speaking the same language, and that may benefit with the team. I'm not quite too sure. I would imagine it would. But anyway, that's pretty much it for now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode after us starting to get some good results now. So hopefully we can keep on with that. And yeah, and maybe we can just keep going up the leaderboard or the ladder and just keep scoring goals. That's the thing about this league. The defenders aren't good, so you got to make sure you start scoring goals, because that's one key thing with the league. You're not going to win the league by playing defensive. But like I said, our tactic is pretty defensive, but yeah, we've done pretty well. But as you saw the Perth game, we got a clean sheet away. That's what you really got to try and do when you're playing away. Try and play a bit more defensive, but when you're at home, try and score the goals to win the match, like I did in the Melbourne Victory match. So yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for now. Hope you enjoy this episode, and I'll see you guys soon.